Hello and welcome everyone to the 38th episode of our D&D 5e campaign titled Roaches. And as always, uh, Lodwick will be doing the recap.
Good day, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world, and my best wishes for the new year. So, last we found our party. They were crossing fields and arrived at the dome in the domain where Akishigal, or the domain which is led by Akishigal. They were accompanied by dwarfs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And when they arrived at the dome, they saw that it was swarming with demons, vermin, and other things like that. Um, for those with a good memory, many sessions ago, um, Mel struck a bargain with a mosquito-like demon, a Kulikoid, and that bargain was held upon because when the time came to make a break or a run towards the dome, the dwarfs, after giving their blessing to the party, went charging in with the demons and the vermin, and they were assisted by an entire swarm of Kulikoid. So with that, I suppose the bargain has been fulfilled or is being fulfilled. Thanks to that, they created a diversion. The party was able to approach the dome. Salros used the same technique or tactic that the party used or that he used for the first time we entered the dome. Remember, way back. It was still in the city, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, DM.
Um.
The first one, the first time we had to go inside the dome, where we fought the spirit of hunger.
Yes.
Was in the city itself during the Great Hunt, I think.
Yes, exactly. During the Great Hunt.
Okay. Well, he used the same techniques, and the party managed just like then to enter the dome. Only to witness that once they went deeper into the dome, they found a similar dome, much smaller in size, sitting in the middle of the former dome, the exterior dome, if you want. They climbed, or at least Salros climbed up on the dome to see if there was an entrance, because going around it, there was no obvious entrance. So climbing up to have a better view, he saw that the top of the dome was open. And inside the hole, he could see the lifeless form of the spirit of hunger and 5 cultists that were doing some kind of a ritual, um, probably to reactivate or bring back that or reanimate that spirit. Upon letting this know, the party through the hole went down and engaged the cultists. It was a tough battle. Thank you, DM. It was a very tough battle. Um, with some weird mechanics in which, when one cultist died, a portion of, was it energy or blood or something like that, went into another cultist, thus giving apparently some boost or booms or something like that, um, which made the combat quite memorable. But after a hard-fought battle, they managed to eliminate the 5 cultists, and at least the lifeless form of the spirit of hunger still remained lifeless. After the 5 were killed, or when the last one was killed, the all the essences of the 5 cultists went out of the last one and into the bag of Arahant. And when Arahant looked inside the bag, he saw that those essences, those 5 doses of something, went into the flesh mask that he's keeping in his bag of holding. And that's where we ended this session.
Yes, and this also is exactly where we're going to pick back up. Because looking at the face you are currently, or at the mask you are currently holding in your hands, and then looking around you, you see how the masks of the cultists you have slain start to crumble off of their faces, and the mask you're holding in your hands seems to grow.
To grow.
Yes, like originally it's just, this part, like the
Mhm.
face, and it then starts to get, you know, go further, get ears, and so on. And it basically cuts off at right below the shoulder. So it basically, I guess
Yeah,
it
in
would
the
But
bust.
yeah.
qualify as the bust if it wasn't still just the skin.
Okay.
So now it's like a prop mask.
And you could swear you hear noise coming from it.
Oh no, oh no. Poor Arahant, poor Arahant. Why? Damn visions.
Am I standing around with them, or am I outside of
Just,
this
I
area?
think you are at this point at the top of the dome, firing off pot shots at demons outside.
Yeah,
But
indeed.
you might just climb in as well.
Okay.
Well, we jumped down, so
Yeah. Or jump down, true.
yeah, we didn't climb down. We jumped down.
Oh yeah, you feather fell down, or did you just jump down? I think you just jumped down.
No, we just jumped down. Yes, I
I
think
can.
we had to make a dexterity check for it even.
I will rappel down with my grappling hook attachment to Abigail.
And as you do that you too hear the mask. Actually, it's not really whispering. It's just like somebody talking really far away.
Hi, I'm Dave. He's just echoing from the corner. Where the hell's that coming from?
But it
But
comes out of the fleshy hump that.
yeah, does the face itself, like, does it move like as if it's actually talking?
No.
Hmm.
It's just a flesh of or a sack of flesh.
The sack of
Uh,
skin. Exactly.
Indeed, a sack of skin, but from which there is some sound or murmur that is coming through.
Yes.
Well, the the party will see that the Arahant although he should be accustomed to all of this, is still a bit shaken, having witnessed a mask starting to grow much bigger and no, almost bust-like. Although it's just a lump of skin, but still.
Well,
And
oh, good.
and he's saying, "I have a bad feeling about this."
Well, where do you think we should go from here?
Hmm. Well, I think we managed to stop the slow down or even stop the ritual entirely. So maybe we could. What was the situation outside of the dome?
Outside the dome, there's pretty much still a fight going on. The You could call it the flood of demons has made no motion of abating.
Mm-hmm. And from the inside, there is still no exit except up.
Yes. Although it depends on how long you stand there and do nothing.
Yeah, indeed. We are on a timer, so we could just stay here and wait until the timer ends and be whisked away back to our own plane. The question is, how will we? Because we did promise the dwarves that we would try to take them with us, but
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a portal that we know about, at least.
let me see the. DM, is there any, except of those 5 corpses that were doing the ritual, is there any way that Arahant would be able to recognize something arcane like a portal or something like that?
No.
Mm.
Well, after deliberating for, or after you start deliberating for about a minute, the giant corpse in the middle of the dome starts to unravel and twist and I think the technical term for it is spaghettify.
Nice.
Okay.
As your mask, I'm assuming you're still holding it in your hand.
Yes.
A
bit horrified, but
opens its mouth, gaping wide, and just starts to basically absorb that corpse.
Absorb it in the sense that now it's getting bigger again, or
In the
or more like a
sense,
or
more like a black
spaghetti.
hole.
more like a black. You could say more like a black hole. It doesn't really get bigger or anything. And after the corpse is gone, the mask starts to develop more I'd say, yeah, demonic features. From its former human look, its teeth extend into fangs. Its skin, or it's basically the head grows with. Basically, it has fur growing out of it. There are two curled horns slowly emerging from its forehead, and after it's done, it looks basically nothing like it looked before. Or definitely not human anymore.
Does it at that moment Arhant will let it fall out of his hands, jump backwards with a little yelp, having reached his mental threshold. Too much. It's too much for him. And it has the bit of the husk of flesh or skin. Has it taken? Would it resemble the hunger, the spirit of hunger, or not? Or is it a?
Not really. It say it most closely resembles something like maybe a Bella or some
Uh-huh.
other powerful demon.
Mm.
Mm.
Okay.
And with the corpse disappearing, the vines out of which the dome you are in is constructed start to crumble away.
The inner dome or the outer dome?
Both of them.
Both of them. Okay.
Oh no.
At the same time.
Well, Mel, Mel Falron, I'm afraid that we will have to face a army of demons.
Yeah, seeming like it.
What is my status for the moment?
Golden.
I think you might be the only one.
Let's see if I have still some spell slots left. I have one level 3 spell slot left, and of course my cantrips.
Hey, level 3 is the best slot. So.
Yeah, but the one person in your group who has fly definitely doesn't have any slots left.
Let's see, can I upcost something? I still have my spiritual weapon up and about, but
I'm not sure how helpful that is right now.
It smacks one demon before getting
yes,
overrun.
because
Yeah!
we're submerged by a flood of demons.
Shoot a few explosive bolts, but that's only going to
You
piss off a good portion of them.
you hear from the outside of, actually from above. You hear Stigomius yell. Where do I have it?
Is that one of the dwarves? 'Cause I don't remember the name.
No, it's
No,
the
it's a Colicoid.
it's the mosquito demon thing.
Okay, okay.
The one you struck a deal with.
That and he yells, that thing you have there. I would believe it would take a while to explain that everyone will, or every demon lord will want to have that, so you should better book it.
You mean, and Arahant is pointing towards the fleshy
Yes,
thing.
yes, exactly that.
Flashy thing.
Okay, well, Arahant will muster his courage. Go to the mask, take it, put it back in his bag of holding, and starting to look at the area where there is the least activity going, or hopefully maybe an open path.
There isn't really an open path.
Screw.
But
Can we
yeah,
see?
there are definitely directions with less activity than others.
Can we see where the dwarves are, or where it seems like they're fighting at?
Yeah, the most of the dwarfs are currently to your north.
At least there we have the potential to get allies. So. Maybe head that way to try to get out and at least through a good wave of demons.
No. I have nothing that could help us.
Well, I see at least one spell on your character sheet that could probably help you.
Is it prepared or not?
I don't know how you marked it, but I think it is prepared. It at least has a red dot next to it.
Yes, then it means it's prepared.
Yeah. Or am I seeing something wrong? No, you. Um. Well, I guess you're technically 3 people and not 2. So,
Yeah, indeed. So I think I was thinking that we were thinking on the same spell, but
so we were both thinking about upcasting invisibility.
yes, indeed.
Sarah, Sarah, fend for yourself, buddy. Now, Sauron holds his breath and then hops into the bag of holding.
I'm
It's a
not sure
possibility.
that's how it works.
And have I used my other abilities? The only thing I have left is my arcane recovery, but that's during a short rest. Nope. I've already used my harness divine power. So Yeah. And has Sauron still spell slots left or not?
And no, he used both of them.
He's both. Because I knew he could cast invisibility.
Yeah, but I mean, his character sheet says he has both left, but that's definitely not true. I think he just doesn't take them down. Because I know he cast banishment at least once.
Yes, indeed.
He cast something else. Didn't he cast fly basically just before the fight?
I don't think so. I think he just jumped down
But
because he had to do a. I remember he had to do a dexterity saving throw.
didn't you guys basically fly over to the dome?
No, he climbed.
No, not up the dome, but basically through the domain. Because you didn't rest inside the domain, I think.
No, we crossed. We just crossed. We crossed it.
Because
Did he use Hex at any point because it's currently open? Maybe he actually has a spell slot left.
yeah, because we flew when we first got into the domain doing stuff, but by the time we met the dwarves and then later on the worm demon thing, I don't think he used fly.
Because to go here in my recap of session 37, it starts with the party avoids the patches with vermin, taking those that are barren.
Yeah,
They
okay.
manage to
Then you went
shrug
off
off the effects of the domain of vermin and arrive at the dome after a walk of about 1 hour.
Yeah, I also don't see any Hex bonus damage. Yeah, then he might actually have a spell slot left.
And is he full warrior? Is he full warlock?
Yep.
So he would, if he casts it, he would automatically upcast it to the highest level he's currently on.
Yeah.
Which is third level or fourth level?
Fourth level spells.
Oh, well, in that case, he could use it and he could make all three of us invisible.
Yes, then I think he'll do that. Yes, then he will do that.
Okay. Then I still have one spell slot left for an emergency. Maybe an emergency healing or something like that.
So, even though you're invisible, you're still walking through basically a battlefield with lots of moving pieces. So I still want both of you to make a stealth check with advantage to wind yourself through there.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Advantage.
So 16. I don't know why it keeps doing the heavy armor thing.
Um. I also don't know what thing you would have on yourself that would constitute heavy armor. Wait, you're wearing a scale mail?
I'm wearing that, but I also have those boots that give me advantage on him, so it should cancel out for that.
Hmm.
But is this a group check or is this us individually doing stealth?
This.
'Cause I can
Let's
boost
say
mine as
it's a
well.
group chat.
Okay.
Group check, not group chat. That's not the word.
Alright, then I will use a superiority die to add to mine with the ambush battle maneuver. I'll say it's a D8. Been a while since I've rolled one of them. Do 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 do. What level are we? Guess it's still a D8. Nice, I have an 18 then.
Where's the additional +1 coming from? Oh no, you're at 16. I forgot.
Yeah.
So that would be 27 and yeah, that would be 27 then. That would be 13 and a half. That's good enough to not actually trip over any stingers or horns or claws. Although Mel only barely manages to pull our hand away from a stray bolt fired by a dwarf. And you quickly make your way outside of the heart of the battle. Where are you actually trying to go? Just anywhere to leave this domain? Just
Since we
what's the
didn't get a
plan?
portal, I guess now it's just time, right?
For us, yes.
Oh, I say we try to reunite with the dwarves to at least let them know what happened and that we didn't really find a way to get them out. Though I guess when we get to the other side, we can try to ask the powers that be. Mel knows nothing about it, but I'm trying to think if there's any sort of magic that we could use from the other side to be able to find them easier and get them back. Like, I don't know if they gave us any of their paraphernalia, if that could be used to, like, track them easier to open a portal for them.
The locate spells only work on the same plane,
Mm.
as far as I know. Um, I was about to say you could try contact other plane to try and contact the dwarf, but I don't think that's exactly how that works.
No.
It has to be a spirit, a mysterious entity or something, and not a dwarf.
Yeah. Hey man, what's up?
It could be a proxy of the deity of Araland.
Um,
So are we retracing our steps, or
I mean, unless we see another lead, then I think best to reunite with them and tell them that, hey, we can back off from fighting this stuff.
well,
well, they're
they
in
are
the
still
thick of
kind
it.
of engaged in combat.
Yeah, I mean, we'd have to get them out of that. So we'd have to get involved. Hey, worst case, if we help them kill some more demons before we port out mid-fight, it at least helps their chances of survival.
Well, you're still like 1.5 days away from being ported out.
Nah, it's gonna be a long fight then. Mana, unless you have any suggestions, Aron.
Not none of I can think of.
Nah,
Uh,
I just don't want to leave them hanging. That's where I'm at. So we did get him into it.
What were you saying?
Oh, I just don't want to leave them hanging, since we kind of got them into that fight.
Or we go back charging in, or I could use a cantrip to, for example, where is it? I could use a message cantrip to let them know how and what, but that would break our invisibility. And the moment we engage with the enemy, it will also break our invisibility.
No. That's how I'm
I
saying
will-
wait till we actually reunite with them. Since either way is going to break invisibility. Because otherwise they will eventually get overrun. Because I presume the demons outnumber them.
Yeah, but we're also being backed up by Stigonius and his collicoids.
Yeah, we are. As soon as we're not there, I don't think that's going to extend any further.
Mm. Well, DM, for the moment, the collicoids are also engaged with the other demons and the vermin.
Yes. For the moment.
For the moment. Of course, Stigonius stuck the deal with you, Mel, so it only pertains to our party and not the dwarves. A moral conundrum.
Yeah. Currently, Mel is of the mind to reunite with them and then help them organize a retreat to somewhere they can have some chance of holding. Unless we see some other means that we think would be more advantageous that we need to take advantage of.
What is this? Okay, he's not too good. Yeah, it wouldn't stick with Arahant either to leave them be. So let's go into the fray. At the very least, our first attack will have advantage because we're invisible.
True. Yep, so I think the game plan is to head towards the dwarves, get into a position, and then help them fend off what they can.
Okay, let's do that.
So, go back and tell one of the dwarves who is startled by your voice coming out of nowhere, to say the least. Before he says safe, where here would it be safe?
I mean, at this point, just looking for something defensible.
Um, um, place is mostly pretty flat. Guess you could it really depends on how far you want to retreat. You could just try to stage the retreat just completely outside of the domain.
I'm sure I will regret this.
Okay. What will you regret?
But with everything that has been happening, with all the visions, with all the dreams, with all the who are most of them horrific and terrible, it's safe to say that Arahan's mental health has been challenged, that he might have sometimes a bout of madness or do things that in a couple of years ago he would never dare to do because it was not by the book and things like that. But remembering that when he put on the the mask when it was still a face, and it changed himself to the to his face to the face of a person with a mustache, and now the thing has been molded and modified into some kind of demon. He is thinking if putting on the face made him made him change his face to the face of that mask, what happens now that the mask has been grown and resembles a demon? So maybe he will change or take the appearance of that demon or something like that. So he will grab the fleshy thing out of his bag of holding, and he will try to put the thing on him.
Are you gonna wear?
Yes.
Okay.
A
As I
bold
said,
move.
I will probably regret this, but we're in a desperate situation.
Mel is
And
definitely concerned with what's going on with the battle and stuff. So he's not see.
I mean, he's not seeing you anyway.
no,
Yeah. True.
but we're surrounded by demons, and Arhand has had his fair share of horrors. So his mental state is maybe not so sound as it was before. So And desperate times sometimes call for desperate means.
Yeah.
So he's putting on the thing. This should not break invisibility, by the way.
Yes, it doesn't. So you don't even know how you currently look. But what you know is that your perspective has changed ever so slightly.
Oh.
Because you're now viewing the world from a much higher point of view.
Okay. Which world?
This world, but you're watching from definitely a few meters above the ground. Like, I don't know how tall you were before.
Arhant is something 1.75 meters.
Yeah, let me double check the creature's size. You're probably around 3, maybe 4 meters tall. Your feet are still standing on the ground.
Okay.
Is he still in the same place he was before?
Yes.
Okay, I can't see him, but do I notice that there's a presence kind of filling the space?
I don't know. You may be you may have been holding on to each other for a while, and which would make you notice, just so that you can know where you are.
Well,
Which would make you notice that our hand has grown a lot, especially if you try to keep holding on to his hand, you would likely be lifted into the air.
What are you doing, buddy?
I don't know. I put on the mask. And suddenly my perspective changed. Apparently also my voice.
Mouse is so confused with this situation. So I guess I'm in the palm of Arahan right now. How far up am I at this point?
Depends on how high he holds up his palm, but probably 1 or 2 meters high in the air.
So about what, 6-7 feet?
Yeah.
Seven
yeah.
feet.
American numbers, yes. 7 feet.
Yes, 7 feet is something 2 meters and 10, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
So you would be 7 feet high now, or dangling. If he's not lifting his hand, you would be about 7 feet from the ground.
Okay.
Does Arhant feels different besides the change of perspective and his voice?
You feel drastically different. You feel stronger. A lot stronger. Like, you barely even notice how you are easily lifting up Mel.
But he would notice
Fire
that
thing is still invisible.
and he would notice that his voice has changed to a more demonic form.
Yes, you could say that, and your attempt to just talk to Mel might have also just resulted in you just bellowing something over the battlefield.
Okay.
It's like you try to whisper, but it's like a bellowing whisper.
You're right, man.
What was it? Sorry.
Um,
I mean,
uh,
I don't know what to make of this situation, but I mean, may as well make the most of it, I guess.
well, um, at least it will. Arahant will put Mel back down on the
Yes.
ground, and um, how long does the
Invisibility is an hour, isn't it?
yes, but I was looking at my spiritual weapon now 1 minute, so it would be gone already. In that case, because he has let go of Mel, and it's only Arahant that will take the action. It's only the invisibility of Arahant, or or the aura of invisibility around Arahant that will be broken. So Arahant will. I will look at a demon that is relatively close to me, and cast a firebolt at it.
You have become giant. You feel way stronger physically. You can't fireball it.
What? I could use.
Oh, you can punch it or kick it. Attack on Titan shit.
Yes, indeed, I could. Uh,
I mean,
yes, I
yes, you may
will.
fire a firebolt from a very high angle.
I mean, it'd be a pretty big ass firebolt.
Um,
I guess you can give me damage for you can or you can roll me a firebolt.
or I can indeed just kick one, or try to crush one of those demons.
That also always remains an option.
Remember, he's still got the mindset of a wizard, so like
Yeah,
melee's like it's
indeed.
far like secondary.
Yeah, indeed. So that's why he's thinking about firebolts and magic. So I will.
He wasn't built as a muscle mage.
Nope. Well, still with advantage because he's invisible. Pom 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 pom. Where is my firebolt? I found it. 26 to hit for a measly 4 fire damage.
Well, you do hit one of the spawns, and your body now becomes fully visible. They are not immune to fire, or this would be even more pathetic. So you at least avoided some patheticness, and Mel, next to you, you see a huge bovine demon with curled horns and gnashing teeth, who just casted a fireball or firebolt with the bolt itself being basically the size of its finger or fingertip. Yeah, topmost part of the finger, with a light sizzle impacted into one of the spawns of a Kishigal.
It's like honestly, it's like I'm looking at how magnanimous it is, and then like, oh, that wasn't very effective, but but I'm like awestrucken. What in the hell have you done now, Arahan?
Well,
Well,
um,
you look down upon yourself, seeing your new fur-covered body, your cloven hoofs, your. It's almost like your fingers are entirely made of claws, basically. Like there is no segmentation. It's just long black claws emerging from where your wrist would be.
mhm. How do of course, the dwarves react?
The dwarves are panicked.
And what is the reaction between the Kulikoids and the the spawns and demons and vermin of Akishigal?
Um,
Is one of are both sides afraid, or is one side excited and the other not?
they are both afraid.
See, the one you like sizzled, you just tell him that he's the chosen one, and that's what you were doing. You were choosing him.
Well, and we're in a demonic place, so it's fair to assume that he has taken on a demon form or a demonic form. So
Yes.
demons speak Abyssal, which is one of the languages that Arahant speaks. Uh,
No, we're definitely in the land of might makes right. So
I think I mentioned previously that Abyssal is mostly used for like rituals to bind or banish or summon any type of. So in this setting, Abyssal is the language of basically summoning, binding, banishing
hmm,
fiends, while both demons and devils both speak Infernal.
which is also a language that Arahant understands and can speak. So,
I would just pull one of my other languages, but I got you for the lore perspective.
um, well, Arahant will, or at least in his demonic form, will look towards the spawn of Akishigal and say in Inferno with a bellowing voice, "You scum! I have chosen you to be mm, demolished."
Give me an intimidation with advantage.
Does I use my modifier or
What would be your modifier?
my modifier is negative?
Okay, then you have a +2 to intimidation now. So it is now a +2.
Okay, well, and in that case, a +2, it would be a simple 0. So it would only be. Okay, I will roll to. Well, I will just roll.
I think it would be, if I remember correctly, the command would be something like this. No, is it just 2K1? I forgot how the command goes. Never mind.
I will just roll 2d20s plus 0. And we'll just take the higher one. Well, I don't have to put the plus 0 in, so. Or is it just a plus 2 on the roll itself?
It's
Is
just
the
a plus
plus
2
2
on the
on my
roll
curry?
itself. It's just a plus 2 on the roll itself. Oh no,
Hmm.
on the your modifier is now plus. So it's basically a d20 plus 2, but you have advantage. So it would be.
Okay, d20 plus 2. Okay, here we go.
Forgot how the command goes for keeping the better of 2, but
I will roll. I just roll 2d20s and we'll take the highest.
so it would be a 15.
Yeah.
Let me check if the spawn will actually be intimidated by that. I'd say that would be something like a Whisker. Yeah, one of the spawn. Can they even speak? I would assume they can speak. Yeah. Apparently, in the Cobalt Press setting, Infernal also is the language of demons because they by default speak Infernal. Anyway, one of them shrieks. Why? Why would he get involved? Why would he get involved now? What have we? Have we ever done anything to him? And
Survival of the fittest.
And they just run off.
Only the strongest of the pack survives. And Arahant will start not running, but marching menacingly and decisively.
I mean, if you move at least 15 feet straight towards the target, you can make a charge attack.
Okay, well, yes, why not?
Just watch where you're stepping.
just give me a roll a d20.
With a plus or
I will tell you the plus afterwards.
okay. Here we have it.
Oh no! So
You puny ones.
in total, you just kind of rolled a 33.
Nice.
Okay. Plus 13. Okay, nice.
So the charge attack requires you to make a gore attack with your head. So
No problem at all.
this is just way too much damage. God, on a crit.
I'm flowing through the
Considering crunchy crits, roll 14d10.
How much?
14d10.
14. Okay.
The gore is actually the most powerful attack. Yeah, I think that's more health than a spawn of Akeshigal has. I don't think they are that tanky, and that isn't even. I guess they have 119, but that's the damage with. Yeah. You and you
Pulverize
just
it.
pulverize it and then throw it away about 30 feet. And
And
they
he's
now
still
start running.
well. He will. Arahant will still walks toward them, bellowing and doing his best impression of being an enraged demon bull, something like that.
Well, after chasing, after about 10 minutes of chasing them off, you you feel yourself shrink.
Okay.
Back down to your puny mortal form. Now wearing your little funny hat. Or mask. Or bust. Or whatever you might call it.
Well, that was definitely something. You feel more like yourself now?
I return to I return to my party.
You know what? You can give me is it a wisdom or a charisma save? Let me check real quick.
Oh, Reggie.
Wrong demon. I need the correct demon.
Make it a wisdom, make it a wisdom, make it a wisdom.
Oh. Oh yeah, you can give me a DC 18 wisdom check.
Okay.
Wisdom save, I mean. Yeah.
Do you have any important die left?
Nope.
Ouch.
As I said, we were in a tough battle.
Well. Your experience has I mean it's I guess it's nothing on the outside, so I will just write it to you. And that's the exact moment where he gets up, so he can't see what I wrote him, because now he can only hear. But anyway, the perfect timing.
I went to blow my nose, so
Makes sense.
where did you? Okay, it's in my personal chat. Okay. Yeah.
I'm sure only good things.
Of course, only good things. What bad things could happen when using demonic artifacts?
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing bad ever happened with a demonic artifact.
Indeed. Well, at least so Arhant is returning to the party. and saying, "Well, still with the mask on, that was quite a trick I pulled out, I have to admit."
Yeah, definitely wasn't expecting that one.
Me neither. Although I put on the mask before, and it took the appearance of, or at least I took the face of a mustached man. So I hoped that I would take on at least the face or the appearance of some kind of creature, but I was not expecting a complete physical change. But to answer your question, I'm feeling quite good, quite normal.
That's good at least.
And he will try to. Can he pull the
He can pull the mask off, yes.
Yeah, okay. I will pull it off and put it back in my bag of holding.
Yeah. Yeah. And now you stand there, victorious.
Well, what's the look on the faces of the dwarves after seeing that spectacle and then now knowing that it was Araha?
One of the priests says that that was a mighty fine illusion, good sir.
Well, Arhant will say, "Do not take me for a conjurer of cheap tricks. I am a wizard. It's not mere illusion. I felt a power coursing inside me."
What he means to say is that we used what means we had at hand, but I'm glad that we were able to help you all out. How's things looking on your end?
At least the enemy is fleeing from the battlefield, so
we are down quite a few men, but we are. I guess it could be worse. Didn't you say something about a portal?
We mentioned the possibility of there being one. But from what we saw, didn't really seem to be anything of that effect in there. They
with
told me that they fought some beast or some cultist or something.
yes, some cultists, 5 of them.
But
But
oh good.
I was under the assumption if they were doing some kind of ritual that maybe, well, a ritual can mean many things. So I was hoping that maybe it could be some kind of a ritual that was connected to a portal or a source of power that could be used to make a rift into the planes or something like that. But apparently, as far as I can surmise, the ritual was to bring to bring back or bring some kind of creature back to life. A being that we fought before. So I'm afraid that there is no portal here.
So guess that means we'll have to go back. Couldn't really get much worse. I mean, we're already in hell, so who cares whether we're here or there? Just try, once you're back, just try to get someone, get us out.
I mean, are there any of you that would have connections on the other side that we could possibly get a hold of, or that could have the means of ferrying you all back?
I must say, basically, how just say, we were pretty, you could try to find our tribe's members. Yeah. Just ask for the weavers, or look for wherever weavers are. They might, I mean, they at least might be searching for us. I don't know of anyone who has the capability to get us back.
Well, which one of your names should I drop on any individual I find there so they know that I'm not full of shit?
Um, I'd say it'd be best. I'd say it'd be best to use the name of to say the name of our leader, Godwin.
You spell that. Okay, I was completely off. So. Okay. Is that who's presently leading you at the moment?
Yes.
Okay. Does he have any direct lieutenants or the like?
None that aren't like with us. So
All right.
yeah, all of them are basically here.
And where are you exactly? Where can we find your tribe? Near which city?
We do live fairly spread out, where we don't really have how do you say we don't really have fixed places where we stay. Um, we are nomads. That's it.
No, it's
Yeah.
Nomads, yeah.
no. It's,
Um, last uh, last that I saw, or before we went to hunt those cultists, I think the place we stayed was called New Arkham.
New Arkham.
Small, little village.
Okay.
I'm sure some, possibly the Celestial we know, would probably know where that place could be. If not, I'd imagine the Duke or one of our contacts could probably help us figure it out.
Uh, I'm just wondering if I had ever name dropped it before, but I don't think so. At least I don't see it in our Hans notes.
Yeah, it doesn't sound familiar to me.
New Arkham?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Okay.
no, we never encountered that name.
I think you. Yeah.
Or at least in the entire campaign that we had, we never encountered it. Maybe that our the knowledge that our character knowledge would have some
Uh,
ideas, but I leave it up to you.
I sent you to in like a relatively early session. I sent you to the village near the lake to get your anti venom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I ever mentioned the name of the village, but it's that village.
Okay.
I think I just never mentioned it out loud.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I know we were concerned with the fucking island with demon monkeys or whatever.
Yeah, indeed. And with the book that the anti venom, the monkeys, the demon monkeys on the island, the
Book
tome made
whispering,
of demon flesh.
the book whispering, you sweet nothings.
Of course, it's a surprise. Of course.
Oh.
Okay, well, I will put this in my notes. at the lake. With the island. It's written down. Well, and in that case, we will try to, once we're back, we will try to look after your tribe and let them know. And hopefully they will either they or maybe we could look into the thing and see if we can find a way to bring it back.
I I'd hope so.
Could I have a token from you? Because in most magics that are made to locate or recall or things like that, there must be a let's say a link, a tether.
Yeah, so
With
which one are you least this out of character? Which one are you least likely to die so that you'll be with the group the entire time? So that's the one we can hone in on. Don't want to say that to them.
well, we could have an item from you, maybe an I see that some of you have the holy symbols that they carry. Are there knitted on their gloves or?
No, they carry them around physically. They are physical items, not knitted on.
Take a bit of their
I
beards. everyone of them, just give us a sniff of your beards.
Ooh, that's a sensitive subject with dwarves.
Just I guess you. I guess you
Or
can take one of our priests with you. They would likely be best suited in finding the others.
well, I don't know if he will be transported back with us.
Um,
But we could try.
we could spare. We could spare one of those symbols if it helps for purposes of location.
DM, if we are
Yes.
called back, is it anything that we are carrying that is transported back with us?
Yes.
So, for example, the
So-
heart shaped thing that Mel has now around his neck would be transported with him. The waste blood that Arhand has been collecting in the vials of his alchemist kit, all those things would if they are physically being carried, would be brought back.
Yes.
So we tell all the dwarves to hold their breath and jump into the bag of holding. They at least take up half the space of a normal person or body in there, so we can get 2 for 1.
Dwarves are not considered small creatures in D&D.
But they do have dimensions smaller for the sake of a bag of holding.
True.
But I don't think we can fit an entire.
No.
I don't know what I would even call them. Scouting party.
If only we had a portable hole.
Hop in there, boys.
Yupla! Up, we folded. Poof! And the moment we arrive back, up, we unfolded. Go out.
Yeah. I wonder. Okay, which one would give if you had a portal open and you put an immovable rod in the portal?
Oh
Which
no.
one wins? If you were to try to close the portal, would the rod keep the portal open?
If you
So
can wrap.
I don't think an immovable rock is an rod is an incuttable rod. So you would probably just end up with two immovable rod halves on either side of the portal.
Okay.
But it would be immovable inside the portal itself.
So yeah, they'd be like a sliver inside the portal.
Yeah. Indeed.
And then a half on each side of where the portals were. So you know where the portals are going to open up. Like, right there. That rod's still chilling.
But the portal itself would be movable because unfoldable. Well, but yes, we can take a token from you, and hopefully this will help us at least in location magic and sometimes teleportation magic or recalling magic. We use materials or symbols or objects that are attuned to a certain plane or a certain object or a certain person to help facilitate the transition in either the location or teleportation or transportation or communication and things like that. That's how magic works. So it would at least give us a better chance once we're back on our plane to find a way to or to facilitate find a way to bring you back from.
Do they have like a company standard or something that we could get a piece of?
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, that would be something they would constantly want to try to keep with them, regardless of who's carrying it if they were to fall.
Yeah. They could give you like I guess when you ask for peace, then you would probably just get like a banner with without the stick part of the standard. So it would be a light blue banner with a white wolf depicted on it.
Okay. Because that would work doubly so in giving us a locating object as well as, hey, this is the people we're looking for. Like, want to help. Proves our case kind of deal.
Yes. Then I guess we have to be making our way back to our place out of whatever this is before those bug things come back.
Yeah, sorry that weren't able to be of more aid and everything. At least unless we have another lead that we wish to follow, and the time that we're still in this plane, we can accompany you all and try to help out.
Yes.
And you have my word that I'll try to get word to whoever needs to hear it to try to muster up a rescue for you all.
Then we'll trust in that. I guess this is the one situation where it's actually functional to say it. See you on the other side. And with that, they march off.
I said, unless we have something else that calls to us, head with them. Unless you have something to interject, Arhan.
Nope. If they're going to their encampment, it's safe to say that we
I
can
definitely want to.
stay with them, and then go back with them to their encampment and wait there. If there is another attack that should be coming, at least we are with a somewhat bigger group.
Yeah. Because I definitely want to get them past Wormsville, because I'm the only one with the free pass there. And who I'm directly accompanying, so I want to make sure they get through that, because that would be rough.
So, I guess, so I had a few things in case you just ran away from the battle, but I guess if you're accompanying the dwarves for the last few days and go towards their encampment, then you make it there. The worms leave you alone as promised, and your last day, or basically your last day down here goes by relatively uneventful.
Yeah, Mel's like talking to them and kind of getting to know some of them, their names and such.
So, yeah, makes sense.
Whilst we're during the entire trek, Arahant will, through a ritual, cast Identify on the mask and try to see if it could give, if the spell would give some extra information, yes or no.
So, the exact effects of the mask are kind of, you could say, random or not what's the word I'm using? No, don't open that website. That's wrong. Google Translate. I need to unpin this website from my bar. German. Okay, random is probably the best word actually. I was about to say arbitrary, but that feels like but arbitrary kind of has to have a deciding person behind it. I feel like so. Yeah, random. Or dependent on who and what uses it in what case. The basic idea is it needs to be charged with blood to then increase one's strength manifold for a short period of time, usually by also granting that person or granting one a demonic form, or should it already be a demon, making that demon just immensely more powerful, mostly in a physical sense.
And it must be drenched in blood?
Yes.
Any blood?
Sentient blood. Or sapient blood, that's the word.
If it is drenched in the blood of a sapient creature. That is where the countenance
Um,
and physical might of
you know what? The mask starts to talk again. And now that you wore it at some point, the things it says become much clearer. And you hear it. You hear a voice coming through it. A voice that you already know. The voice of that priest cleric of Akeshigal that you saw before. The one big the one who the face is supposed to belong to.
Yeah.
And what he says is we'll just have to wait a little longer. In 3 more weeks, our master will arrive for the rite of slaughter.
Dun, dun, dun.
So be patient. Dun, dun, dun.
Timetable made. No, especially we got 3 weeks to fuck this thing up.
So in 3 weeks, our master will arrive too.
Will arrive for the rite of slaughter.
right, I assume a ritual right, not like
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
constitutional rights.
Ah,
R-I-T-E.
yes.
R-I-T-E.
Yep.
Yeah. No, he will make use of the slaughtering amendment.
You see right here, officer. Like, I had to kill that man. It's my right.
Well,
At some point, Arhant will relay that information about the properties of the mask to the rest of the party.
Well,
So if there are any candidates who want to wear it, well, I have successfully wore it, so
and you didn't feel any negative effects to that. That was
no,
definitely
no.
something.
On the contrary, I felt very powerful, very strong, and hearty, and well, you've seen what I did with those with 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 those animals. Those things that have to be preyed upon.
Yeah. Um, let's just chalk it down as a last resort, though, if we can avoid it.
Yes, of course, of course. By the way, I'm still more comfortable using my spell casting uh, than going physical.
um,
But yes,
yes.
so with that, we return to their encampment. I do not know if we have enough time.
You do have time to return to the encampment.
Mhm.
But yes, after a while you get out of there.
And we're back on our own plane.
And you arrive and show back up in. It was one of the towers in the tower district where you left off? I think so, yes.
In that moment, as soon as we arrive, is when Mel is going to attempt to use the heart to bring one of the dwarf priests and a few of the younger-ish warriors, I guess, with us, following the demonic entity of the mask that we have in our possession.
Oh, that. I guess that counts, yes. And you bring four of the dwarves along with you. Or, or were you trying to bring more?
I mean, I can only bring up to
Yeah.
4. Yeah, because I have to include myself.
Yeah. Then you bring 4 dwarves with you. You end up to 4 other, yeah.
Oh, does the heart allows that?
Yeah, I can do some charges to bring people with me. I assume I can only. It's only one instance. I couldn't
Yeah.
blow all the charges to. Yeah, like each individual instance of porting, I could spend charges to do stuff.
Hmm.
I didn't want to get anyone's hopes up. 'Cause I didn't know if it'd work. That's why I didn't tell anybody about it.
Yeah, I guess our hand counts as a demonic entity. Or at least the mask. Probably the
Thank you.
mask.
Thank you. A demonic entity. I would go. I would have to. In that case, I would have to answer directly to
The
Well,
cat
Great
Mr. Wisdom is just
wisdom.
sitting there, arms or fins crossed. Han,
how did you
Censoring.
become a demon?
Oops.
there'll be no dinner tonight, sir,
Divine
young
punishment.
man.
I hope not that Arhant is that. I hope that Arhant is still a human and not a demonic entity.
But I guess initially, who do we see in the room, and how are the dwarves reacting to being with us there?
So we have 4 dwarfs that we have managed to bring
MS
back
such a
with us.
demon into
I may have just accidentally attempted to have Windows read out the description of a demon to me. Can you repeat, please?
So we have 4 dwarfs that we were able to bring back to
Exactly.
our
Back
plane.
to reality.
And I think the plan was to do 1 priest and 3 fighters.
Yeah.
And
Particularly
how many
particularly-
dwarfs are still left?
Oh, shitload, because it's a whole like scouting party or whatever it was.
A whole band, basically.
Yeah.
Even after the few losses that they had with
Yeah, there's
And the
still
demonic
like.
Yeah, because I definitely didn't want to take their leader
Mm,
because they need him.
yeah, indeed. Oh well, in that case, they have a much better link to.
As I said, I don't know how the dwarves are reacting to seeing the other side.
How. Who. How did you do this?
Strange magics of that world. I wasn't sure it was a possibility. That's why I didn't want to speak of it and get anyone's hopes up.
Hmm.
Sadly, I could only get you 4 here, but I figured you all would have the best shot at helping find a way to get the rest of them out. I didn't want to deprive you of a leader, so I elected not to take him.
Well, on the other side of the room, a half dragon just goes. I would. So it seems you are back. No no deaths, no demonic possessions. Everything okay?
I mean, things definitely died and some strangeness occurred, but I think we're mostly intact.
And you have the blood, yes?
I have
Yeah, I don't remember who has it on their person. Is it me?
no Arhant. I
Oh,
because
you have the vial. Yeah.
because the liquid. If the liquid had the same effect as the wine from which Arhant took a sip. He wanted to avoid any contact or physical contact with it, and he used his alchemist supplies to put it in a few vials or things like that.
Okay, then I would motion that Arahant has it.
Then
And we brought some unfortunate souls that were trapped in that plane with us back.
that is great, but would you then please follow me to the church, to the back to the church where the leaders still rest?
Of course.
Yes, of course, no problem.
I kind of motion the dwarves to follow us, and we'll get to their thing as soon as we handle this.
Yes, as you walk along down to the church district and into the cathedral, there still lie the same three injured district leaders with the angel still watching over them.
Kind of to get the angel's attention. Now, we've returned.
And have you brought good news?
We have. And Arahant will pull out of the back of holding his alchemist supplies, roll it open, and show the few vials in which the liquid is in.
This. Yes, that this will suffice. I will have to I will have to work with some other healers overnight on this, though. So well, did you find out anything else?
We managed to disrupt this ritual that they were having.
Ritual? To what purpose?
As far as I can ascertain, I think they were trying to bring back the spirit of hunger.
I can't say I'm surprised. Demons make a lot of strange plans. Then I think you and your new visitors should rest while I keep watch over the three that remain and try to get them back. Or not get them back. Get them back up.
Yeah. Whenever you think you'd be available, I'd like to have a bit of your time to discuss, and then kind of motioning towards the dwarves. Some others that could possibly use your aid on the other side of where we came from.
Yeah, the dwarf priest is like, wait, is that a real? a real angel in this room?
We've seen some strange things. I understand. I was taken aback as well.
Arahant is nodding. Yes, it is.
How? What?
And I felt its magnificence firsthand.
That
I got a blessing because Arahant went to the
He got whipped. Yeah,
went to church.
that's
forgot about that.
So yes,
yes.
it's a real angel.
The dwarf will then join the angel while guess you can take your rest.
Well, but before the party would leave, Arahant would tell the angel that once the three poisoned district leaders are back up and running and strong enough to be about, that it would be a good thing to have a, how do you call it, a council meeting,
Yes.
because he has some information about the future plans concerning Akishigo.
Problem
And
is, we don't know if any of the other council members are in on it with them. Obviously, we know these ones aren't because they got fucking poisoned and tried to kill.
Oh yeah. The angel will also mention. Well. We are down to, I guess, if you count me as a council member, we would be down to 4.
What do you mean?
The leader of the chain whirlers, Rosie, I think was her name, disappeared overnight.
Oh,
She took that wine and bounced. And those gems or heart things or whatever Sauron sold her.
All of it.
Yeah.
The wine, the food, all of it.
I won't name any names, but a particular member of our party with demonic tendencies. Well, I guess there's 2 of them now, but
it's the mask. It's not Arahant. So still one.
Still one. Yes.
although technically Sauron would have demonic heritage, so I could just use him to branch off of with this Heartstone because he's a tiefling. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, indeed, he's a tiefling, so I think blue skinned.
Well. Um. So, basically, how I planned to have this work out. So you have 3 weeks of time right now to basically prepare. Um, to avoid any, let's say, um, misconceptions. The over those 3 weeks, our hunt will likely hear more bits and pieces of conversations that would establish a few matters of fact. One of them being Akishigal will be summoning, or the summoning or the moving will be done from the side of Akishigal. So
What? The summoning?
the way by which Akishigal is brought into this world or this plane will be or is reliant on Akishigal's side, or on Akishigal's doing and not on the doing of his cult in the material plane. So you can't really just disrupt it, basically. The other thing is the same city that was mentioned before by the cult, the city of Wundingen, is repeatedly mentioned in by said cult leader in his messages. So you would assume that that is the city where it would take place. So, I don't really want to play out the 3 weeks just day by day or action by action. But what I'd recommend you to do is think of ways to prepare yourselves, of allies you could ask, things you could do, things you could create or requisition or whatever to to basically prepare yourselves. So set preparation will be like played out in just short short bits next session, but try to already think of your courses of action in that case over the coming 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I hope it will not take up the entirety of next session, but I would assume that it probably won't, because it will just be a few pieces of dialogue, acquisition of items, whatever, and not like I don't really want to act it out in a super long form, so we can maybe next week already start going towards the final encounter in Grundingen.
I got you. Try to get the timetable going so Arhan can participate in it all.
Yeah. That's basically the entire idea.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
And I think I would end today's session with that.
Okay.
Then you both can say your goodbyes. Twice.
Take it easy.
Have a nice one.
Until the next one, have a good one, everyone.